Hello, first grade friends. So we're going to continue our book, Horrible Harry and the Locked Closet. We're going to do chapters 4 and 5 today. And our new lesson that I want you to think about is that good readers ask questions to themselves as they read. So I'm going to try to model that as I read to you today, and then I want you to practice that in your own reading, to pause and ask yourself a question. I wonder about this, or I wonder about that. All right, so we're going to start with chapter 4, Harry's Discovery. As soon as we cleaned up the flower fallout, Mr. Marks gave us our recorders. We practiced row, row, row your boat 5 times. Usually Miss Mackle leaves the room when we practice, but she stayed at her desk and watched this time. After music, I asked Miss Mackle if I could go next door and ask Mr. Skooghammer to fix our computers. I want to go to factmonster.com and get more facts about volcanoes. What a good idea, the teacher said. Can I go with Doug? Harry begged. We need to know what's on the other side of our closet. It might be helpful for our detective work. Then Harry flashed a toothy smile. Okay, Harry, I could tell Miss Mackle was in a good mood. Halfway down the hall, Harry stopped to pull out his pocket notebook. Who is that guy? Harry asked, pointing to a picture on the wall. We walk by him every day. I read the tiny print underneath. It says he was principal at South School from 1960 to 1985. His name is Mr. Stromboli. Stromboli? Harry replied. That's the name of a famous volcano in Italy. Mary and I read about it. No kidding, I said as Harry jotted it down. When we got to the computer room, we waited in the doorway. Mr. Skooghammer was helping a few students run their programs. He was a cool teacher. Then when he supervised the suspension room last June, he had an earring in his eyebrow. But when he got hired after Christmas to be the computer teacher, he didn't have it. I wonder why he didn't keep the earring. Do you think maybe he thought that he shouldn't wear that at school? As soon as he saw us, he came over. Hey, partners, what brings you into my neck of the woods? Our computer is frozen, I replied. What should we do? Pull the plug, he said, then restart it. I thought so, I said. Harry was already in the corner by the window, investigating the closet. Mr. Skooghammer followed him. Looking for something, Harry? I'm investigating the biggest mystery ever at South School, Harry explained. Our closet has been locked for years. No one knows what's inside. I'm trying to get clues by looking at your closet. It's directly behind ours. I wonder if the two closets are connected. Mr. Skooghammer started to laugh. You're investigating the general's closet? The general, we repeated. That's what we called him. He was an officer in the Korean War. His name was Mr. Stromboli. He taught in room 3B. When I went here, he was the principal. His picture is in the hallway. Harry and I both nodded. The kids called him the general because he was so strict. He made South School feel like a fort. He never walked down the hall. He marched. I wonder why he locked his closet, Harry asked. It may have been locked by the custodian. When Mr. Stromboli became principal, they made room 3B into a music room. They parked a piano in front of your locked closet and left it there until last summer. Whoa, I said, that means our closet has been locked for almost 45 years. Mr. Skooghammer put 2 thumbs up. Good math work, Doug, he said. The piano was moved to the kindergarten last fall when your class moved up to 3rd grade. We don't have space for a music room now. What do you think is inside the general's closet? Harry asked eagerly. There were rumors about that too. I wonder what the rumors are. Let's see if we read to find out. There were rumors about that too, Mr. Skooghammer said. Kids used to say Mr. Stromboli kept his military supplies in that closet, and if you were bad, he would make you sit on his hard army helmet for an hour in the corner. Here's a picture of them thinking about that. I wonder if the army supplies and school supplies are in there. Then Mr. Skooghammer laughed. Did you ever have to sit on his hard army helmet, I asked. No, but he did punish me once. He caught me running in the hall and made me march up and down the stairs 10 times. After that, I never ran in the hall. Mr. Skooghammer pulled on his beard. My neighbor had Mr. Stromboli for a teacher. I always wondered why he never complained about him. Unfortunately, my neighbor moved away last year. Go ahead and take a look in my closet. I'm sure it's just like yours. I have to get back to my small group. Harry and I said thanks, then opened the closet door. Just as we stepped inside, I felt a tap on my shoulder. It made me jump. Mary, I said, what are you doing here? Miss Mackle sent me to get you. She wanted to know what was taking you so long. Harry lowered his eyebrows. Detective work takes time. Mary weaseled her way in front of Harry. Just boring stuff in this closet, she said. Boots, a winter coat, computer programs, a push broom, I added. You're right, let's go. I don't want to get in trouble. Me either, Mary agreed. We walked quickly to the door, thanked Mr. Skooghammer, and went back to room 3B. Halfway down the hall, we realized Harry wasn't with us, so we waited. Here they are leaving the closet. 20 long seconds later, Harry appeared. You guys missed 2 things, he said. I wonder what the 2 things are. What 2 things, Mary replied. You'll find out when I tell the class. I made a face. I wanted to know now. All right, the next chapter, The Hole in the Closet. Miss Mackle wasn't smiling when she greeted us at the door. What took you so long? You were gone almost 10 minutes. Good detective work takes time, Harry said proudly. We got the scoop on our locked closet from Mr. Skooghammer. He used to go to school here. No kidding, Ida replied. Yeah, Harry continued. Our closet was locked years ago when he was a kid. They even had a name for it, the General's Closet. The General's Closet? Why? Zuzu quizzed. Harry filled everyone in on the military details. Finally, he got to the part Mary and I were waiting for. So today, when I was checking out the computer closet, I made a huge discovery. What? Everyone gasped. A trap door in the ceiling. Ooh, the class replied. Just like the one in my grandma's closet, Harry explained. I bet it opens up to the attic, too. Miss Mackle wasn't frowning anymore. She was curious like us. Maybe there's a trap door in our locked closet. I think we should have a search committee go up to the attic and see. Mary declared. Harry should go because he was the one who discovered the trap door. Doug should go because he's Harry's assistant. And I should go because I'm the messenger this week. Sounds like a good idea, Mary, Miss Mackle agreed. And I'll ask Mr. Skooghammer to go with the search party tomorrow at noon, because I unfortunately have lunch duty. The teacher reached for her big jar of class names. Now I think to be fair, I should add another girl to the search party. I wonder who's going to get chosen. Miss Mackle called out the first girl's name she drew, Song Lee. Song Lee clapped her hands and giggled with joy. Then something happened at the pencil sharpener that made things more exciting. Harry tiptoed up behind me and whispered, There's something else I saw in the computer closet. Something behind Mr. Skooghammer's coat. What? I whispered back. A hole in the wall, the size of a golf ball. A hole? Harry quickly covered my mouth. Shh, I'll show you after school. At 3:05 p.m., when the walkers were dismissed to go home and the bus kids were sent to the bus line, Harry and I scooted into the computer room. Hey, what's up? Mr. Skooghammer said. He was chewing on some beef jerky and reading the newspaper. I think I left my notebook in your closet today, Harry said. Go check, Mr. Skooghammer replied. Thanks, Harry said. Then we darted into the closet. Harry opened his backpack and took out a mini flashlight. I don't like fibbing to a teacher, I whispered. I wasn't fibbing, Harry said. I really did leave my notebook here. You did? Sure, detectives plant things all the time. Then he reached into one of Mr. Skooghammer's snow boots and pulled out his notebook. See? After Harry made his eyebrows go up and down a few times, he poked the flashlight through the hole in the back of the closet. Oh man, he whispered, what do you see? A pair of eyeballs. What? I gasped. Take a look yourself, Harry replied. I did. They were eyeballs, all right. Do you think it's Mr. Stromboli's ghost? Harry flashed his white teeth and smiled. Then he put his ear in the hole. It sounds like the ghost is talking. I took 2 steps back. Harry's eyeballs orbited around in his sockets as he listened. It was the longest 15 seconds ever. Finally, Harry walked out of the closet holding his notebook. I wonder what happened. Great, Mr. Skookhammer said. You found it. Yeah, I said, answering for Harry. He was speechless. As soon as we stepped into the hallway, Harry's shoulders slumped. What I heard wasn't a ghost, Doug. I breathed easier. Phew! It was our teacher's voice. Miss Mackle? What did she say? She was talking to some man. I heard her say, I can't wait to go to Oklahoma with you. Oklahoma? I exclaimed. That's a different state 1,000 miles away. Harry shook his head as we got closer to room 3B. Miss Mackle is moving. She's not going to be our teacher anymore. We took a quick look when we passed by our room and saw who the man was, Mr. Marks. Miss Mackle was going to Oklahoma with our music teacher. What are we going to do? Harry pleaded. There's only one thing to do, I replied. Follow me. Harry followed me to the stairwell. I looked both ways. No one else was around, so I sat down on the top step, bowed my head, and said a silent prayer. When I looked up, Harry was doing the same thing. It was the first time Harry and I had ever prayed together. So tomorrow, we will finish up the book of Horrible Harry and the Locked Closet. We'll get to see if our predictions are right. Make sure as you read today that you're stopping and asking questions and making predictions. Have a great day reading, friends. Bye.